So I woke up this morning and I looked at the footage and I've seen people that don't look like me, that don't have my values, that don't like my culture, that don't like my country, that support terrorist organisations dancing all over fucking war graves. Now not going to say they're a war grave, but has anybody seen a grave, right, where there isn't a body in there, but they still have a grave? Yeah. Well, the cenotaph means empty tomb, by the way. So it is a war grave, but it's an empty tomb because they couldn't bring back all the soldiers. The logistics of it was one thing, and the second thing was also if the bodies had all piled up at the docks waiting to get back, there could have been a revolution. So they decided to bury them where they fell. Incidentally, after that, that's why they put empty tombs, cenotaphs, war memorials, call it what you like, all over the country. And basically people used to go to there to remember their dead. We have people that fucking hate us, basically. And who I can only say have been by powers above them within Islam. Radicals, you might want to call them. Hate preachers, you might want to call them. There's so many names you could choose. Pick whatever you like, use it. These people are actually telling these people to go out and stir up the British. Wind them up, bring them to a crescendo so that they will actually come out and fight us. And then they can start the war. This isn't about Palestine. All right, they've got their flags up there, but it isn't about that, because if it was purely about garnering support for what's happening over there, which isn't good, all right, but if it was about support of what's happening over there, they do it in a totally different way. And there's not one person watching this can say otherwise. You might try to, but obviously everybody's going to laugh at you because they know you're full of shit. Now, there are a lot of kids and women and men and all sorts of shit getting bombed over there by Israel. Okay? But on the other side of things, if Israel didn't have its defences, there are parts of Islam that had just gone through Israel and wiped it out. All right? That's why I don't take sides in this. I don't particularly like the ideology of either side, all right? But, as I've said before, there are good people on either side that are trapped in the middle of this. However, whatever's going on over there doesn't say that you can dance all over our war grave. So it looks like this winter is going to be a bloody cold one, because us Brits, Englishmen, and depending if you're in Wales or Scotland, if they're doing it there, or Ireland, you're going to have to come out and defend those graves or memorials, call it what you want, because when we do anything, the British police come out with batons and they've got all the armour on and they've got the helmets on, and they generally like to lash out at us because they fucking despise the very nature of what we stand for. They're political police. Now, when Islam comes out, Islam can kick fuck out of their cars, right? And they drive off, put the windows through, they fuck off. Whatever, they come out dressed as if they were going to meet a kindergartens, right? They're completely woefully ill prepared, and they go out to Islam and get a kick in. And they come out to us and try and give us a kick in. Well, it seems that we're going to have to come out and permanently stay guard around these bloody tombs to make sure they don't get attacked. And I shouldn't say bloody tombs, they're sacred, you know, they're holy, whatever. For me, they are, whatever. It's difficult to try and get your words out because I'm so fucked off. Now, luckily for me, I've been able to reduce my work till 3 days a week. So I've potentially got 4 days a week that I can travel to somewhere and, if need be, camp outside it. Now, nobody in their right mind wants to camp outside anywhere, not even in the summer, let alone in the winter. But what else is actually going to happen? Now, I would imagine there should be enough people within London to look after those ones there. I would have thought. But if there's not, it means some of us are going to have to travel there to do it. But as it happens, I will imagine they'll start going for memorials up and down the country. So you might end up needing to protect one closer to you. God forbid if I have to go and protect one in Bristol, because that place is the most left-wing septic tank of shithouses going. And they'll just call you out as being racist because you're not letting this oppressive monument that stands for all the bad things that Britain's ever done, that'll be their words, right? And you're not letting these mainly peaceful people come out and damage it, set fire to any wreath that might be there, chuck paint at it, and generally dance all over it with disregard. So if it happens in Bristol, it'll be a mess. But whatever, it has to be done. So at some point, if it does go on like this, I could see us coming out and staying out. Well, that's my Christmas sorted then, isn't it? Oh well. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's going to come to this? Let me know what you think in the comments. I am reading them. Incidentally, I'm not saying I'm shadow banned all much on here. I put a video out on here, then I put it out on TikTok. I got 5,000 views on here. At the moment, it's getting on towards 200,000 views on TikTok. I wonder why. There it is. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. There should be some more news coming through later. We are going to have to, the Patriots, we are going to have to get on with each other and reconnect with each other and make an effort, because at the moment Islam's connected and Islam is funded and Islam is strong and Islam is got a plan and Islam is well orchestrated. It's choreographed. It's incredibly, for a backward culture or ideology, I should say, it is very organized, very, very organized. And we aren't very organized. And unfortunately, we're not just standing against radical Islam, we're also standing against radical police, the left, take your pick. We got our work cut out. But no one ever said it was going to be easy. But this is the quickening. You all watched Highlander, haven't you? Well, this is it. And from what I gather, looking at the reports, Labour's going to win by a landslide. Now that will be the quickening. That really will hasten stuff, because they'll bring about rules and stuff like this that will hate us and hate others. And yeah, you can bet that they'll be fighting on the streets between groups, and it'll get worse. So I hope you're prepared for that. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but unfortunately I can't put any sprinkles on this turd, I'm afraid. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit.